Hi guys, I'm excited to be here for day nine. We're on day 9. We're almost a third of the way done. Isn't that exciting? So I'm gonna quickly do my shares and give everybody a chance to hop on. I know it's the weekend and some people might still be sleeping, but I'm just gonna share really quick and then we will get going. I'd love to hear where you're at, what you're doing this weekend, just whatever you want to tell me. Check on in. I wanna see your name pop up, so I can say hello. I think my internet knows it's the weekend and it's taking its time too here. So I'm just gonna get my shares done. If you're not watching this live, remember you can skip over this part. You'll know it's not live if you just, when you tap the video, if you have a scroll bar, you'll know it's not live. Then you'll know that you can skip ahead. So that's pretty exciting. Okay, I'm getting my shares in here. Why did it didn't share what I wanted it to do? It's okay. Oh well. Okay, we're almost there. So, hi guys, who's here? Let me know, I want to say hi. I think I'm all set. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. It's been another one of those frazzling mornings. Okay, so I've got it all. We've got it all shared up. Okay, hi Kim. Good to see you. I don't think I missed. Yep, hi Elaine. Thanks for being here. It's so fun to see all your faces every day. So today we are going to work on adding some handles to a zipper pouch, and then hi there. I'm glad you're learning. Yay! Thanks for being here. We're gonna zipper pouch, adding handles to a zipper pouch, and there's a couple ways you can do it, but I'm gonna show you the way that I like to do it. Technically, you could probably add handles near the near the zipper, but I don't like the way it would pull. So I'm gonna show you how I am going to add handles to a zipper pouch, and then tomorrow we will do a zipper pouch with a zipper inside. So I know that we had talked about doing both of those, but today we're just gonna do the handles, and tomorrow we will do. I totally didn't even grab a zipper for today. I was not prepared. And then tomorrow we'll do a zipper on the inside of the pouch. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me just grab. Usually I have my zipper ready to go, but hi Kay. But I didn't do that this time. I knew I was forgetting something. You guys, I try my best, but my brain is pretty scattered. So okay, so here's what we've got. I have got a zipper that's way too long, so we're going to shorten it like we've done in the past. I'm going to add some tabs because I forgot to do that ahead of time. Here's our other supplies. I have cut 2 squares. Today we're using Wyndham Fabrics. This is the Royal Court fabric. It is the cutest. I can't even. This is kind of an older. All the fabrics I'm using are a little bit older because I'm just using up my stash. It's fun. This is fun busting on my stash. So these are two squares, same size as we always do, 8.5-inch squares. Also have 2 squares of outside lining. Hi June, thanks for being here. 2 squares of outside lining with the fleece on the back. I have already attached that. Then what we're using differently today that we haven't used in the past, I've got 2 ribbons, but this could be anything. This could be fabric with the edges pressed under. It could be all sorts of things. So I'm using 2 ribbons that are the same size. They're cut the same length as my same width as my fabric. And mine, I think this is a 1.5-inch, a 2-inch ribbon. This is a 2-inch ribbon, 2 by 8.5 is what I've got cut here. So really quickly, and then, for my handles, I'm actually going to use a zipper because I thought that would be fun, right? Because we're doing zippers. But you could make handles out of fabric. You could use some more ribbon to do handles. But I thought it would be fun to make zipper handles. Sorry, my dog is patrolling, so he's loud and barks a lot. So, yeah, if if you're here and you want to keep up to date, then hit get notifications and it'll tell you every time I go live. You can share this to your wall so you can find it again. Invite your friends to watch if you are watching and want them to watch with you. Those are all fantastic things that I would really appreciate. So I'm just going to add the tabs to my zipper because, like I said, I didn't do that ahead of time. I usually do. But I'm cutting the zipper where it is 8 inches right here. And see, I do have Fiskars. Someone said yesterday you should get Fiskars because you made me nervous cutting that stuff. I mean, I have so many scissors, it's unbelievable. I've got like 10 pairs. But that just happened to be what was on my cutting table. Maybe we'll use that as, okay. So I'm just going to quickly add the tabs like we've done in the past. I'm just taking my zipper. This is a good refresher. We haven't done it in a few days. And I'm taking just a scrap piece of fabric. I'm going to put the fabric right side down on top of the zipper and then sew it as close to the little metal tab as I can, but not over the metal tab because my machine and my needle won't like that. Oh, see, there it is. It doesn't like it, like I said. Okay, and then, whoop, my tripod is like, doesn't want to be, it's very loose today. It doesn't want to stay tight. Okay, so then we've sewn it here. We're going to flip it up and just top stitch right there. This is kind of a refresher. We've done this in previous videos. And now I've got it top stitched right on there. I'm going to cut it, give myself a few inches there. And then I'm going to add the tab on this other side. Right like so. The same thing we just did. Same exact way. Flip it over. Give it a top stitch. Okay. Slight detour doing that. But now we got it. Okay. So we've got our zipper. We're ready to add the portion with where we're going to add the handle. So we're going to add the handle first because that's going to be our first step. So I've got the outside of my fabric, the outside piece, and I'm going to take my ribbon, which I've cut to the same width, you can see. And this is a personal preference. Where do you want the handle to fall? You can't put it too close up here because remember we've got our zipper up here. So I'm going to put it, hi Tina, I'm going to put it like right here. And well, I'll tell you what that is. I'm going to put it, let's do actual measurement. Math would be good. I'm so used to just winging it. 2 inches down. So this is 2 inches, and then we'll have our ribbon. And you can pin or clip in place. I'm just going to clip it in 4 spots on the edges. And then I had that purple ribbon, that purple zipper that I was going to use, and just double check that it's 2 inches on this side too. It is. So it's pinned 2 inches down. And you know, I was going to use this purple zipper, but I've got all this extra. So we don't need really thick handles, do we? So what we'll do is I'm going to take the zipper that I cut, that I trimmed off. So you can do a zipper, you can do a ribbon. Like I said, you can make this out of fabric. You could buy purse handles, like leather straps. You know, they have that canvas that you use for tote straps. And all we're going to do is you're going to line this up, if you can see, wherever you want the handle to be. So I think that's cute, right like that. Maybe I'll let it hang out a little bit more, just like that. And then I'm going to just do a quick measure to make sure that it's in the middle. So it's 3.5. It's 3.5 in on both sides. That was amazing that I eyeballed that. So then we're just going to pin that in place. So this is what we've got. So we've got our ribbon. This is 2 inches down. We've got our handles. They're 3.5 inches in on both sides. You can put this however you're comfortable. You could make them really wide, kind of in more of a half circle. We've done a different kind of, not a half circle here. So that's what we've got. Now, all I'm going to do, I'm going to start here, well, here, and I'm just going to sew down and around all the way, and then I'll come back and sew up a little bit here. So to catch that middle, I'll come here, go back and up. So that's what I'm going to do. Still using my 1/4 inch foot. We're just top stitching over all of this. So I'm starting, I don't want to go too high on the zipper because I need to be able to pull this out of the way for when we actually attach our zipper. And then I'm just going to top stitch around. Now technically you don't have to do, good morning Deb, you don't have to do this short edge because we'll catch it when we get to the actual assembly of the pouch. But I'm going to do it because I like the look of it being even. So I'm using like a 1/2 inch seam. I'm using a 1/2 inch seam right here so that I'll be able to see that seam when I'm done. So you'll be able to see all 4 edges of the seam. And I'm using a 1/4 inch, I should have said, around the rest. About a 1/4 inch. I'm going to quickly over here, meet back up, and then I'm just going to turn it around. Hi Julie, hi Rhonda. Sorry if I missed anybody. Thanks for being here. And I'm done with these pins now, so I can take those out. And then I'm going to go up the zipper a little bit to hold it in place there. Okay. So we've got that, our first side. Is all set. So here's what our first outside piece of the pouch will look like. You can see we've got this sewn into place, but it does come down a little bit because that's how we're going to want to do when we sew it. I've used a wider seam here because when my pouch is made, then I'll still be able to see this, so it'll be even with all of that, if that makes sense. That's why I've done that. So that's the first side. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side with our ribbon. We're going to put our ribbon 2 inches down, which is right here. I'm just going to line them up next to each other to make sure that I'm even here. So let's see, like right here is where I want it. I didn't cut this one exactly the right size. It's okay. Okay, then I'm just going to clip that in place on the edges. Whoop. He's got away from me. Go ahead and make sure it's the same on this side too, where we want it. That's all lined up, yeah. And then clip it in place here. And then we're going to take the other half of our zipper this is the extra that we cut off of the zipper that we're using for today's pouch. So that's where I got this part of the zipper. And then I'm just going to line this up here and use this measurement to make sure that I have this in the same spot as this other one. So like that. And then I'll make sure they're the same height by putting them here. That looks good. Okay, then we're going to pin that in place. Okay, So we're going to just repeat those steps. I'm going to go all the way around and sew these in place. So. And now our handle is added. So we're ready to, now we're just going to repeat all of the steps that we've been doing. So here's what we've got. You can just trim off these. I made the ribbons a bit long on this one. Just going to trim those off. Okay, so this is what it'll look like on the back. We've got our ribbon added, we've got our handle on, and remember the handles are really flexible however you want to do them. This is just the technique. You'll use this technique, but you can do so many different things with the handles. So now I'm just pinning. Oh my gosh, my dog, I'm sorry you guys, I don't even know what he's barking at. Like there's probably like a leaf outside or something. So, and my kids are downstairs playing, so they usually yell at him. But they're not this time. Oh, good. Now he's being quiet. So all I did here, I'm just pinning this handle out of the way so that we don't accidentally sew it into our pouch. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Because remember, this is the outside. This is the outside of the outside piece. Oh, those are sticky. So I'm just going to pin this down. Like so, just to keep it out of the way. So there are still times when pins are important, like right now. I don't use a lot of pins, but we're using them today. Just trimming up some. Okay, so we've got our handles pinned out of the way, and now we're ready to start assembling the pouch. So that was just a few extra steps at the beginning to add the handle, and now we're going to do the exact same thing we've been doing. So I've got my outside lining piece, not lining, just my outside piece, and I'm going to take my zipper. Oh my gosh, he's driving me insane, crazy dog. I'm going to take my zipper. You can find the middle again, like if you're real picky about it. We know the middle's there. The middle of our zipper is right here. So I'm going to line the middles up. The zipper is wrong side down, wrong side up, sorry. The zipper is right side down, is what I meant to say. Wrong side up. Our fabric is right side up. So the right side of the zipper and the right side of the fabric are touching. Then we're just going to clip this in place. I mean, there's literally nothing out there. I don't even know what he's barking at. So, okay, so we've clipped our zipper down on the right side of the fabric. The right side of the zipper is on the right side of the fabric. And we're going to go ahead and add our zipper foot and sew that in place. So all the supplies I'm using are in the, if you look in the description of this video, there's a link to day 8, the day 8 video, and that's where the supplies for this, that's where the supplies, I'll check it. Let me see. Bailey, come here. Come here. Come here. Okay. No problem. He's just barking at the back door, looking at there's a dog, neighbor dog back there. Okay. So, hi, there you are. Yeah, can you stop barking? Okay, thank you. So, so what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead and sew our zipper in place using our zipper foot. And like I was saying, all the supplies are listed in above in the description of this video if you go to the day 8. The one that has day 8. And it'll, underneath day 8 is day 9, which is what today is. So, hi Sonia. I'm gonna move my pole once I get to it out of the way. So there's what we've got there. Oh, okay. The zipper foot, I'm sorry, I will show you. The zipper foot is to, I've got it pushed to the, it's clipped on the far left so that the needle is to the left and the foot is to the right, if you can see that. And it's usually mirrored on these videos, so it'll probably looks opposite to you than what I just said. But just know that my zipper is, my needle is to the left of the foot, and my foot is clipped all the way so that it's all the way to the right of my machine, if that makes sense. I hope that helps. So now, now we're ready. So we've got our zipper sewn on here. And now we're ready to add the lining, the first lining piece. Bailey, come here. Come here. Okay. He's going to be locked downstairs tomorrow. Okay. So, we've got the zipper on here. So we're going to add our lining piece so that the right sides touch. Hold on, let me lock him in here so he doesn't bark. Come here. Come here. There you go. No more barking, okay? Okay. I'm sorry. No more distractions with the dog. This is live, right? Okay. This is real life. So we've got our zipper. This is the right side. We're going to put the right side of the lining fabric onto the zipper, the wrong side of the zipper. So it'll look like that. Line it up with the top of the zipper and clip it in place. And then I've got my zipper pull in the middle here. That's where I like to put it. I don't finish it, the edge under where the zipper lays because it's going to be hidden. You'll see. I'll show you as soon as we get this seam finished. It'll be hidden. You won't see any raw edges when this pouch is finished. So everything will be hidden and shouldn't do too much fraying. Okay, so now we've got our lining piece, and you're going to turn it around. And we're going to sew on this seam that we already created right there. So let's just sew over that. Use the seam you already made to sew. let me show you. There won't be any fraying because, yes, we're doing a lining, and this will be the finished edge here. You can see, and on the inside, it will look like this. So there is no raw edges. My sewing machine is noisy because it's old and probably needs to be serviced, but that's not happening at this moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to top stitch over right here to hold down all the fabric. So I'm still using my zipper foot. You could use your 1/4 inch foot here if you wanted, but I don't want to change it out. And I'm just using the very edge of my zipper foot here to line up with the edge of the fabric to keep it in a straight line. I'm just going to top stitch really quick. So there's our first side. It does add to the noise, but I want you guys to be able to see. So if I put it way far back, then it would be quieter, but you wouldn't necessarily be able to see the detailing. I really like to, the reason I use the machine I do is because I really focus on teaching beginners, and I want to be using the same machine as most beginners are using. This is kind of a machine you can get at lots of stores, and it's great and accessible for beginners. So that's why that happens. Okay, so we've got this. We've top stitched the zipper down. This is what the lining looks like on the inside now. So see, there won't be any, once we've finished all the edges, there won't be any nothing raw around there. So now we're ready to add the other side of our front piece. So that will go, this goes right side up, and this piece that we've got goes right side down. So the right side of the zipper is now going on the right side of the top lining. And remember, we make sure our sides are lined up as well so that our pouch will be even. And then we're just going to clip this in place on the top and repeat the step of sewing the zipper on. So our pole is in the middle so that we can move it out of the way. We've got this all ready. Whoop. Yeah, my machine is lazy, it's old, it's an older machine. It doesn't necessarily love all these layers of fabric that I'm using it on, but you know, my kids don't love their chores, but I make them do it anyway, so I'm just not, I'm mean like that. Okay, so there's that side of our zipper is now sewn in place, and here's the back. That's what that looks like. And then we're going to add the second lining piece, and you guys probably know we're getting close. So now we've got our lining and zipper. Everything is so the lining is right side up. The zipper is actually right side down, right there. And then we're going to add our lining. Again, right side down, sorry. And if you have a pattern, you want the pattern to be going down from the zipper. So can you see how I've got it? So it's right side up towards the zipper. Does that make sense? I didn't explain that very well, but I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing, and the pattern goes like this. Okay? So, yeah, so now we're going to, remember, line it up on all the edges, up here against the zipper. and we're going to clip it in place. We're going to make sure that our pull is towards the middle. And then we've got it clipped. We're going to turn it over and sew along the seam, so we use the stitch that we've already used as a guide. So I'm going to just go ahead and sew that in place. Okay, here's my pull, and I'm going to stop and move it out of the way. And continue to sew. Already braided. Okay. Now, yeah, this fabric, it's Wyndham Fabrics from, it's like the Royal Court line, I think it's called. It's kind of older because it's from my stash, but I was able to find some on Etsy, so if you really love it, you can still find it on Etsy. Okay, so let's open it up and see what we've got. This is what we've got right now. And I've opened up our lining so that you can see the back too. Now I'm going to top stitch, just like I did on this side. See, we've got it here. We're going to just put a top stitch right here. Just pull, make sure you pull these tight. You can even clip them if you want. Clip them so they stay in place. I don't typically do that, but if you're newer and kind of manipulating the fabric, I wasn't planning to do box corners, but we can. If you guys want to do box corners, I'm open to it. I'm not opposed. It's not difficult. It's just one extra step at the end. So happy to do it if you would like to see box corners again. I'm just going to top stitch right here. Why are you? Hold on, it got mad at me for some reason. Hold on. Ugh. Oh, got like a, there we go. It was angry. Why are you angry? Just a second. I accidentally went over the thing on accident. Maybe that's why it was pulling funky. Sorry. Okay, let's try again. I think we're, let me just if you have a problem, like yeah, I called it old and lazy. That's probably why. Don't call your machine lazy. First of all, they're temperamental and moody. So if you are having a problem with your machine, this is a good time to shout out to that. It's like, for me, 95% of the time, it's the bobbin. So that's why I pulled it out and I started again. This is my little seam ripper that I got in my Sew Sampler box. It's just, instead of, sorry, my coffee's making me shake. It's like, it's not really a razor, it's little tiny metal pieces. It's really hard to see, and I'm shaky, so it's not helping. But I can put a link if you want. And the cool thing about this is it also has this on the end. It's a rubber tip, so that really helps. Like when you have extra threads, you can go like this. You know all those tiny little things when you rip? This like, psh, this rubber end like gets them off really easily. So that's what that is. Oh, okay. So let's try again. Now that we fixed our bobbin, maybe. Start again. There we go. And how can it be that I've been sewing, you know, for 30 minutes, and all of a sudden it just decided that it didn't want to work anymore? Like, I didn't change anything. This machine it really is listening to me, I think. It's a super cool tool. It's a super cool seam ripper that I enjoy it. So, okay. So we've got our top stitch in. So that's what that looks like now that we've top stitched it all down. We're ready to go ahead and assemble. So I'm going to unclip all these. I'm going to trim up our little tabs here. like so, which will get rid of a lot of these extra threads. Now, I'm gonna open my zipper. Don't ever forget to open the zipper, because it's a pain. I mean, it's not like life-altering. You have to take the whole thing out and stuff. It's just a pain in the butt if you forget to do your zipper. And now, you guys, they're mowing my lawn. So seriously, like, I cannot win with the noise today. So that's what that noise is. Okay. They come whenever they feel like. They don't have a set time. So okay, so that's what we've got. Now we're just going to, the next step is we're going to take our lining pieces and line them up together. And today, since we've got these ribbons, that's where I'm going to pin first. I'm going to make sure these line up exactly how I want them to, like this. And I'm going to clip those in place on both sides first, because I can work with a little extra if it's crooked at the bottom, but I really want these to line up really nicely. I did open the zipper. Thank you, Elaine. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, so I've got, if you can see, I've got these all lined up. And I'm going to go right like this. So now you can see I've got those all lined up. And today it happens that it lined up here on the bottom too. That doesn't always happen. So I'm not sure what you mean, Carolyn, about an insert. I'm not positive what exactly you're referring to. Okay, so then we're going to line up our, well, next we're going to line up right here where the zipper goes. We're going to just push it out towards, because you know that's how I like to do it, out towards the outside part. Clip that in place. And this side out, push it out, and clip that in place. I almost always use a tabbed zipper because I really like the way it looks. I like the way that looks way better than just the raw edge of the zipper. I don't like the way it tucks in with that, but that's a personal preference and it's totally up to you. So now we're going to clip here, and we're going to remember, we're going to mark here where we don't want to sew for turning out, and just clip around like so. Okay, so here's what we've got. We've got it clipped all the way around. All of our right sides are touching, so the right side of the lining is touching the right side of the lining, and the right side of the outside is touching the right side of the outside, and we're ready to start sewing. We're just going to use a 1/4 inch and go around and go back to my 1/4 inch foot, and then I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to start here. And then we'll just go around. Let me get myself a little back stitch here. What? I am dropping things. Okay. I realized I was slowly running out of clips, and then I looked on the floor and I had a bunch on the floor. Okay. So I got more clips now. do a little back stitch on either edge, but it's totally not necessary because we're going to sew over the whole thing anyways. It's kind of probably a waste of my time. But, okay. Hi, Wanda. So glad you're here. Okay, so are we doing box corners? What do we think? Should we do box corners? Might as well. Okay, we'll do a box corner. So, what we're going to do, this is the bottom. This will be the bottom edge of our outside piece. We're just going to pull the corner out here and push this over. So it'll look like this. We're doing it my way though, so since we didn't cut them ahead of time. It's a little bit trickier with the fleece, but it's all right. So we're just going to push this. This seam will go flat here. We'll have a triangle corner here, and then we'll just pin it like that. We'll do the same thing on this edge. This edge is always easier because the other one's already flat. The seam wants to go this way. So this is what we'll have down at the bottom. We're going to pin it in place, clip it in place. And remember, we're really trying to line up this side seam with this bottom seam. So try your best. It's not huge, crucial. And when you add the box corner, it takes a little bit of height off of your finished piece. So if you're worried about height, then you should definitely add some extra height for a box corner. So this is what we've got. We're just going to sew right here. You can measure to make sure you're sewing on the same place on each side. But I'm just going to do it right here. Where my pin is, maybe. Where is my pin? Oh, there it is. Okay. Just making sure. All right. And my machine's loud because it doesn't like those big seams with all that fabric. Okay, one more. We're just going to go right here. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm just going to hit that one more time. It kind of got cranky at me there. There we go. This does not want to cut. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, now we're ready for this part. We've got it sewn. We're just going to give it a good old chop here. About 1/4 inch from where we sewed. So, you can see, we're just going to cut that. Okay, so this is what our bottom will look like once we've got it all in place. So you would do the same thing. You could do the same thing on the bottom. I'm going to skip it just because I don't want to waste your time, and this video is getting long. Let me find, oh my gosh. Elaine asked me if I opened the zipper, and I said I opened the zipper, and I totally didn't open the zipper, you guys. I'm sitting here preaching to you, and I'm not even doing it. So, okay. Here we go. So I can get my fingers in there. Yes, I want to show you the handles, so let's get it open. If you could do the exact same thing. You were looking out for me, and I totally ignored you. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. It's all right. I got it open. See what a pain that is? So we're just going to go ahead and push our thing out. Remember, we've got pins, so be careful. I don't want you to poke yourself. So I'm just going to take my pins out as I find them so I don't poke myself. Here's the last one. Okay. And then we'll get our hands in here, get everything all pushed out. Okay, here's our box corner. Isn't that fun? That was a good idea. It looks cute. Okay, so then let's just show you what it looks like so far, because I can't wait for the big reveal. So far, what it looks like with our handles is super cute. So look, we've got our little handles. Aren't they cute? Yay! Super fun. This would be like, oh my gosh, so cute for like a little first purse for little one. They would love to open it and close it and put things in it. Okay, let me show you how to finish it. I can ooh and ah over it for a long time, but let me show you how to finish the last part. And there's a lot of discussion about an insert. I taught myself. I don't necessarily know all the crazy lingo, so I'm just showing you how I do it. I'm sure there are other ways, and but this way really works fine for me. And oh, I'm sure I quickly and easily get distracted. I'm like I just did. I'm very easily distracted. My mind, I have one of those racing minds, so yeah, makeup bag would be super cute. So cute. Okay, so what we've done is we've just kind of pulled. See how we've got a straight line? We're going to finish it right now like this, and just so as close to the edge as we can. Okay. I didn't box the lining corners just because I was being lazy. And I was excited to see what it looked like finished. You would do the exact same thing as we did before. But, I mean, we have a little bit of extra room, so it's really not. Here's what the inside looks like. Even when we didn't box the corners, it kind of fills it out, if you can see. The box corners on the outside really help it to stand up. And we've got that fusible fleece in there, which helps it to stay up as well instead of crumple when it stands. So here it is. We did it. Isn't that cute? We've got all our little royal people inside. Our little queen out here. Yeah, you could embroider like makeup or something on there. Do some vinyl and put a name on it or something. So yeah, that's everything. Make sure you get notifications so you can find us next time. Next time we go live. We're here every day this month at 10 a.m. Central Time. And share this to your wall so you can find it again later. They were 8.5 inches before, so it should be about an 8-inch finished, but this cut some of our height off, so it's not exactly 8 inches. All my supplies are listed up in the description. You'll find, and look, it's my nail color. I didn't do that on purpose, I promise. You can find all the supplies in the description of this video. There's a couple of blog posts that'll take you to all the other days of our live videos and the supplies for all the projects. So tomorrow we're going to do something similar to this, but we'll add a zipper inside so you can learn how to do a zipper inside. And I would love to hear your suggestions of other things you'd like to do. We've still got 21 days, so we've got lots of pouches to make. So thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow.